so today we're going to be doing a 2016 inspired makeup look. Definitely, as you guys know, the new trend is 2016 makeup is coming back for us, even if we're in a new year, 2026. So let's see what we can get out of this 2016 makeup look and if it deserves a comeback. It's going to be a natural, pretty, soft, no makeup glam from 2016. As you guys know, in 2016 they were literally doing like no makeup and maybe just a little bit. So I think the clean girl aesthetic was already going on in 2016. I don't think it's really a new thing. The first thing that I noticed is that they go pretty heavy with the bronzer, so I'm gonna use my two favorite bronzers, this Saie Sun Glow and this Morphe Hot Shot bronzer. This is the Bronze Bombshell, and we're going to combine these two and make that our first layer and then build from there. I feel like 2016 makeup is a mixture of clean girl and also like a summery bronzy makeup look. I honestly think people just took the two makeup looks and kind of put them together to create the 2016 makeup look. And now, instead of saying 2016 makeup look, I think we just call it clean girl, just without the bronzer. So I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush. I'm just going to mix these two in. Me is I freaking love a bronzer. I just feel like it just makes your makeup look so healthy and glowy and like sun-kissed. Even if we're in winter, I still want my skin to glow and be sun-kissed, even if it's hardly no sun out. Look at that glow, you guys. That is gorgeous. It just makes my skin look so. The next thing I notice is that they keep most of the brightness just in the middle of the face. So kind of like your natural brightness that you would have in the middle of your face, you're kind of keeping that, but you're enhancing it a bit more with concealers and foundations. So I'm gonna go in with this foundation. This is one of my favorites. I'm gonna mix it in with this Face Glow because I like a bit of a glowier look to my makeup. And some of these are matte, some of these are a bit more of a natural glow, so I kind of want to enhance on the natural glow and use this one. One thing about me is I love mixing in my products because that's how you just get that effortless, beautiful, glowy look. It just gives you have more control of the amount of product you want to use. Okay, so this is very, very light. This is going to be like my, probably, yeah, I was going to say it might be a bit too bright, but no, it actually works really well. So this is going to be kind of like my brightener for under my eyes, kind of like my concealer of sorts. And then I'm going to take a foundation and kind of even it out in certain areas where I need it to be closer to my complexion. One thing about me, I like to take my time when I'm applying my makeup as well because I want to make sure it is how I like it and it doesn't look rushed. The one thing about makeup is if you're rushing, your makeup will look like you've been rushing for like a minute. So Definitely take your time when you're applying your makeup. Be very precise, and you will get the best results. Okay, so I feel like this is pretty good. Now we can apply some foundation so I can get a bit more coverage, because though this is really pretty, I still want a bit more coverage. Use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. You guys can see this is one of my favorites. I've had this for a very long time, and this is in the shade 350C. So I'm really not sure if this is going to be my summer shade. The coverage with this foundation is insane. I'm just gonna take that and kind of dab that over where I put the brightener. Yeah, just to give it more of a skin-like coverage finish, but still give me that radiant glow underneath my foundation. Always get afraid to use my summer shades, especially in the winter, because most of the time I'm a bit lighter, a bit paler, so you just never know. I have like 3-4 different foundations that I use in the summer, and the ones I specifically use for the winter, but I don't have them organized, and I need to, so then I won't get confused. But yeah, this is how it's looking. This is actually really, really pretty. And I love that you can still see the glow from the other products seeping through the foundation. I feel like I might need to bronze it up a little bit more, so I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe. Of this Kosas concealer in the shade 6.2 Neutral, and just add a little bit under my eyes, since I noticed that they have little to no concealer under their eyes, keeping it very, very natural. And then they kind of drag the concealer further down from their face when they blend it. You guys, I would get new makeup brushes, and I did. So we're going to be using a makeup brush for this and just blending all of this in. Honestly, using a makeup brush is so much easier. You have way more control. It just blends everything out so beautifully. Now, when it comes to blush, they apply their blush kind of like how right now we apply our blush just simply in here. They bring it a little bit further down, more on the cheekbone area, and then they add a little bit, well, some people add it to their foreheads, so I think I'm gonna do that. I usually do that. So for blush, I'm going to use this Milani shade 140 Cream Berry blush. It's very pigmented. One of my favorite blushes, because you don't even need a whole lot to get a lot of pigment. Literally remember, before I really got into makeup, I used to apply my blush just like this. Like the blush blindness was real. And I was just totally going ham with the blush. And I learned that's not the way you do it. Less is more with blush. Okay, so she applies a little bit on her forehead. And I think we need a bit more bronzer. Now for our powder under our eyes, I'm gonna go in with this Saie Slip Tint Undetectable Bake Setting Powder. I can definitely see how 2026 makeup and 2016 makeup are totally different, but not that different. Like, I see that we apply our blush differently now than how we definitely would have in 2016. We definitely know less is more, and I think in 2016 it was kind of like that, but they were going crazy with the blush. So we're going to I wonder if I should add any powder right in here. I think I'm going to. Yeah, some of them have setting powder just in this area and not in here, but then some of them have it here and in here. So I'm just gonna try it out and see. Okay, did they put any on the nose? No, just in here. I'm going to apply some powder bronzer. I feel like we are not bronzed enough. Like, I don't want to go too strong, but also they have like a lot of bronzer. A little on the nose, just a little. They really put a lot of bronzer on their forehead. Like, oh my gosh. I'm gonna look like 2 different shades by the end of this video. Oh. Totally would not apply this much bronzer on my forehead now. Mm-mm. I think it's a bit harsh looking, and I think I used to have like a bronzer obsession. I used to go crazy with the bronzer, but definitely I like less makeup, but this is actually very pretty. Yeah. This is definitely still a really pretty look though, I'm not gonna lie. A little highlight here. And just in there. They have highlight on their forehead. Like every picture has highlight on their forehead, so I guess we're just gonna apply a little in the center. None on the cheekbones. Oh wait, just a little in here. Now for mascara, I'm gonna go in with this natural brown. This shade of brown is the closest to my natural lash color. And I'm gonna apply it to the top and a little towards the outer corners of my eyes. This is a dark brown mascara by Miss A. I believe it's like $2. It is very affordable. So I'm going to get a good amount of mascara on here, the top and the bottom lash. Now to get that extra glow, I'm going to set my face with this Absolute New York Coconut Glow Setting Spray. Line their lips with a brown lip liner, so I'm going to go in with this Fora lip liner. This is their Smudge and Contour Lip Pencil in the shade Bruni. I'm going to do my natural lip line. We are done, and this is the end of my 2016 makeup look. I'm obsessed with this makeup look, and I think 2016 makeup is back for sure. This is absolutely gorgeous, and let me know what you think.